Helicopter, helicopter!
Welcome back, adventurers. Today, we'll be asking the question, what are elementals? In this video, we'll be covering the types, abilities, and their tactics and how you can beat them in your D&D adventures, with a little twist at the end, so stay tuned. Elementals are creatures composed of the four classic elements:
water, earth, fire, air.
They are native to their respective elemental planes, and can be summoned to the material plane as well. Let's take a look at some of the primary elementals and some of the lesser known types. Air, water, earth, and fire. These are the most common types of elementals that you may encounter. They are incredibly powerful and embody the essence of their respective element. Each type have their own unique abilities and traits, making them tricky opponents for your adventures. Air elementals are swift and agile, capable of creating powerful whirlwinds to knock down their foes. Water elementals are relentless and fluid, using their watery forms to drown and crush their enemies. Earth elementals are strong and durable, able to shake the ground and hurl massive rocks. And fire elementals are destructive and all-consuming, igniting everything in their path. A lesser-known type of elementals, such as Mephits, are smaller and less powerful than their primary counterparts, but still pose a challenge to adventurers. Mephits come in various types, each representing a combination of two elements, like magma, steam, mud, dust, ice, and smoke. While not as potent as their primary elementals, they often have unique abilities related to their mixed elemental nature and can be found in a variety of environments. Myrmidons are a unique type of elemental, created when an elemental spirit is bound to a suit of armor specifically crafted for it. They are fearsome warriors and can be found in the service of powerful elemental beings or summoned by powerful spellcasters. There exist four types:
Water, earth, fire, air.
Why yes, I do love Avatar. How did you know? Myrmidons are relentless and skilled in combat, making them dangerous opponents on the battlefield. Each type of elemental has its own unique ability and tactics in combat. Air elementals excel at hit-and-run tactics. They can create whirlwinds to throw their enemies off balance, making it difficult for melee fighters to land a solid hit. They are incredibly fast, and they use this speed to stay out of reach, darting around from attack to attack, retreating before opponents can respond. Earth elementals are masters of the battlefield. They can use their Earth Glide ability to move through the ground and surprise their enemies with a sudden ambush. When cornered, they may even use their Siege Monster trait to bring down structures, creating obstacles and cover to use to their advantage. Fire elementals are incredibly aggressive and will use their natural burning aura to deal continuous damage to opponents. They might try and corner their enemies, forcing them to remain within their fiery aura, while also trying to use their touch attack to inflict additional fire damage.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Water elementals are cunning fighters, using their control over water to manipulate the battlefield. They can create whirlpools to hinder their enemies, pulling them underwater to restrict their movement and limit their ability to breathe.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
They may also try and engulf and drown you, similar to how a slime or ooze may try. Myrmidons are disciplined elemental warriors who are focused on coordinated attacks. They may even work in tandem with other elementals, using their element-specific abilities to complement one another and create devastating combos.
It's time to break out the you-know-what. Are you ready to do this?
The what? Bro, what are you talking about?
You dumbass. What the hell else do you think I'm talking about? We're gonna combine!
We're gonna combine?
They're gonna combine! They're gonna combine!
We're gonna combine.
Now that we've covered the tactics and abilities of various elementals, let's take a look at some tips for facing them in battle. Now, something I've noticed while making these videos is that many of the tips I give are very universal. I want to try something a little different in this part of the video, which you'll see in just a second. But for now, a few quick tips that will help. Your best bet is to use magical equipment to bypass their resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And avoid using the conditions you see on screen, as the elementals are immune to them. Now, for something different. Welcome to the Homebrew Corner, the segment where I offer tweaks that you can make to your games. While making this video, I was surprised to find out that only the Earth Elemental has a vulnerability, and that's to thunder damage. I just feel that in D&D, not enough monsters have a vulnerability to exploit. And I get that, in the game, vulnerability deals double damage, which will have a large impact on the pace and balance of combat. Regardless, if any monster should have a vulnerability, I feel like it should be the elementals. So, here's my proposition. First off, the easy ones. Fire elementals should be weak to cold, and water elementals should be weak to lightning. Easy enough. Now the issue I run into is how to handle air elementals. We could follow Pokemon logic and use lightning again, but then we'd be stepping on the toes of the water elemental. D&D just doesn't have enough damage types, but I do have an idea that I like. We replace the Earth's elemental weakness with force damage. I feel like this is a good option without giving it too detrimental of a weakness, like a weakness to bludgeoning damage. And then, we take that thunder weakness and just slap it on the air elemental. A sonic boom or concussive blast would blow around the surrounding air. And if you're worried about vulnerability being too strong, you can always tweak it. Instead of doing double damage, we can take some inspiration from games like Pathfinder and then just add a fixed amount of damage on top. Maybe it's just +5 damage or +10. With this knowledge in hand, you and your fellow adventurers will be better prepared to face the challenges posed by these powerful beings. Unfortunately, I'm on a tighter schedule this week, so there will be no quest included in this video. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And as always, stay vigilant and happy hunting. Myrmidon?